Hi, I'm Kate Ward, and this is your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip. And today we're talking about soil acidifier. This is the question that we get quite a bit, mostly pertaining to hydrangeas, because people want to know about the colors to turn their hydrangeas. But we get it on other plants as well, including blueberries, dogwood trees, a lot of different products that require an acidic soil. So why is that important? Well, a lot of plants, like blueberries for instance, they grew up in an area, they evolved in an area that has naturally occurring acidic soils. So down here, we're in Auburn, we have naturally occurring basic soil. And so what happens is when we put in a plant that grew up evolving in this basic soil and we put it in acidic soil, it can't take up the nutrients. And so it doesn't do very well. It's not very thrifty. So we can rectify that and we can remedy that, but we use a product that will acidify the soil. So that said, soil acidifiers do just that. They change the soil's pH by the addition of a product so it is more acidic. How do we know what it should be? You can do something very easily, like this is a rapid test, very inexpensive little thing. Soil check. You put some soil in here, add water, shake this up, and it'll tell you where you are on this pH scale, which is what it measures. So on a pH scale, the higher the number, the more alkaline it is, the lower the number, the more acidic. And this will tell you where you are. So what does that information do for you? Well, with hydrangeas, the ones that form the balls, they are either going to be pink or blue depending on soil pH. So if you really want them blue, like this endless summer is going to come out as a blue, then you would add soil acidifier to get them there. If they're somewhere near neutral, they'll be kind of a purpley color. And if you just let them be with our natural soils, they're going to be pink. So that's one of those. Now that said, if a hydrangea is white, it's always going to be white. You can't change it, just so you know that. But what product should you be using to change these? Well, you have to. If you find out after you did your soil test that you have a relatively alkaline soil, you might want to use something like this aluminum sulfate. This aluminum sulfate works a little bit faster, but you want to make sure you don't overdo it because it's a stronger product. If you're pretty good in your range, it's not that high, then you could use the soil acidifier. And soil acidifier is something that you can use more frequently. If you're in really good shape, but you just want to make sure that you're maintaining and you want to feed a little bit, then you can use something like this Hollytone. The Hollytone is going to feed and acidify, but you don't always need to feed. So that's why you might want to use the other products. This is a good example here of a plant that would need a soil acidifier. Here, our soil at the garden center is slightly basic. And so because of that, this particular plant's going, I want a little iron. So we'll go ahead and hit that, get the pH where it is so it can take up the iron and be its right color. But this is a great example, and you see this a lot in blueberries. Here's a blueberry that's looking really healthy. You see this chlorosis a lot in blueberries. You can see this dark vein, light green leaf. This is a good example of chlorosis. And that soil acidifier will correct this for you, get the pH where it should be so the plant is happy and can take up its nutrients. Come on in and see us. We'll be happy to help you out. And until then, this has been your Dickman Farms Smart Gardening Tip.